Welcome to episode 50 of the Hellbound Podcast.
Yes, that's right. This is episode 50. Oh, my echo thing is off. Episode 50 of the Hellbound Podcast. I am Michael Chan, actor from Star Trek. Yes, I am back. I keep saying that every time I come back because I keep disappearing. That's because I am fighting my doppelgangers, and it's very difficult. They have really, they're pushing forward. They're really coming after me now because they're really upset that I keep killing them. So, they're sending wave after wave, and unfortunately that means I have to disappear for a few episodes at a time. Hopefully I can, find a way to kill them faster so that I don't have to keep missing episodes, of course.
Absolutely. I'm going to just close this door. Sorry to rudely do this now.
Oh.
Because there's a plane going over.
Alex Blackburn, who still hasn't introduced himself yet, walks to the back of his studio. Alex Blackburn closes his door. Alex Blackburn sits back down. Alex Blackburn puts on his headphones. Hi, Alex Blackburn. Introduce yourself since you still haven't done it.
Hi, I am Alex Blackburn. I was going to say something else then. I'm the founder of the Hellbound Horror Festival, which is coming to a close in a couple of weeks. And
yes,
I'm burning out right now.
We have a bunch of beautiful laurels now.
Yeah, all finished. They're all finally uploaded. The last one about 5 minutes ago.
Woo!
So there's 9 in total. One of them is for literally breaking the rules, and that's had the most likes on. It's an award for some people that ignore the rules, literally ignore the rules of the festival.
There are so many people who do that. I'm surprised.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to reward them to a certain degree, but they're not allowed to win anything else within the festival because I don't.
Well, of course.
Yeah. So there's a few people. There's one or two you might know, Michael.
Oh no.
So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Just oh no. Now they're going to be mad at me.
No, it's not your fault. It's on the Film Freeway. It's on the website. I may,
I know it's not my fault. Then we're going to send them a laurel that trolls them. Of course.
I didn't know how I felt, but I thought, is that a fun thing to do to point out they've broken the rules?
I think it's great. It's going to be like a little mini horror for them. It's like, I got a laurel. Oh, it's a troll laurel. Okay.
But they do win the best. They will win the best film from those people. So we've got a film called
Best Rule Breaker. Yes,
Best Rule Breaker. Yeah,
you're a good film, but also you're a jerk.
Well, I won't name names. We have one that's 45 minutes, and that can't win any other award. You know who you are if you listen to this podcast and you know your submission. So we've got 1, 2, 3. I'd say 6 that have broken the rules. Some of them are very good.
Guys.
So yeah, that's going to be announced.
That's a nightmare for us because now we have to watch all these, which I'm sure will be fun, but that adds time to us.
Exactly. So I'm going to send out everything. No, I'm going to pick that one because I don't want to kind of subject anyone to a task like picking the best. What was it? What was the thing you picked last time?
Best douchebag film?
No, it was. Oh no, the thing for Isolation Film Festival you picked for me.
Oh, please God, no.
What was it? Oh God, can't remember the category now. Anyway,
I don't even want to think about that one.
We're not going to get.
I already forgot I forgot the name, but you made me watch. I already forgot what the category was, but it was all the weird films.
Yeah,
the ones that really mess with your mind. I'm pretty sure it's because of that my brain is broken right now. Thanks a lot, Alex.
When I put that together for you and your amazing wife, because you were judges at that time. It was called. I'm going to find it now. What was it called? I'm going to find this. It was Experimental.
Right, experimental film. Thank you.
I think I tortured you. It was like you kind of open Pandora's box. I don't
You
open
know, like that
Pandora's
is
box
an
for you.
amazing. That should be a horror film where someone like kidnaps somebody, ties them to a chair, and forces them to watch people's indie experimental films.
Yeah.
The equivalent of like, hey, you want to watch my short film? No offense, guys. That's a running joke in this industry. It's like
Yeah.
you go up to someone, it's like, I made a short film. Want to watch it? And you're like, no.
Yeah.
Ah! No, I love all your work. I support people's work. I'll watch it.
Absolutely.
There is
But
also a running joke right now that since Halloween is coming up, like, you know, watch out, parents. You might find an unsolicited short film script in your kid's jacket or
that's
a
great.
basket. I mean,
That's great. That's really great. But we do have a very good selection of films.
we do, we
We
do.
do. We absolutely do. And one or two that are, I'm not going to say, but one or two that are excellent, brilliantly produced. And that's the reason for the awards. There are going to be some films, I think, just predicting, that will be nominated for at least one or two awards, if not more. So we'll see what happens with that.
I want to talk about for episode 50. I'm going to bring up a Nicolas Cage film. Have you heard of the film Pay the Ghost?
Nope, absolutely not. I know he's starring as Dracula in an upcoming comedy, but I don't know about this film
Yeah.
you're talking about.
So I was just looking up, films to watch, and Pay the Ghost came up, and it has a 10% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's super low.
That is, yes. So I'm going to read the synopsis. Mike Cole's life is torn apart when his son is abducted during a Halloween parade. Desperate to bring him home again, Mike must risk everything to unravel a terrifying supernatural mystery. And it also stars Sarah Wayne Callies, who you might know
I know
as
that name.
Laurie, sorry, from The Walking Dead.
Right, yes, absolutely. Pay the Ghost. Oh my god. Look at that standard poster. It's like
So okay, my God, so poor Sarah Callies here. She had already started doing The Walking Dead. Okay, she was already Laurie Grimes in The Walking Dead.
Yes.
But she booked this part. Can you imagine? You are this actress who just got this big TV role, and now you're told you are going to be starring alongside Nicolas freaking Cage in a horror movie. That must make you feel all sorts of giddy inside. You're like, oh my God, this is going to be the best. So Sarah here
Yeah.
acts the living holy heck out of this movie. She gives it her all as the mother, as the wife. And she's mad at him because the son disappears during a parade that he takes him to. And Nicolas Cage kind of plays the semi-negligent professor dad, okay? And he's playing, by the way, he's kind of old. And they had to use a lot of makeup to make him look younger. But, dude, it's like, I don't know if you remember watching Samuel L. Jackson in Captain Marvel. Like, he looked great.
Yes.
Like, he looked young. But one thing was very obvious is when he was running or when he's fighting, he still runs and fights like an old man.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage runs like an old man in this movie. Anyways, back to the point. You're Sarah Callies, and you're like, yeah, I'm in this amazing movie, so I'm going to act the holy hell out of it. And meanwhile, you're Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage is this movie.
No.
His emotional just, I don't want to say range, but he just bounces off the walls. It's like suddenly he's like really serious, and he's like really grounded, and the next thing you know, he's like freaking out. There are some stuff that like makes no sense in this film.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as bad. Okay, I'll admit it's not as bad as 10%. I think the critics don't like films like this. They don't.
No.
So the 10% was unusually harsh, but I would still give it a 30%. Like, it's bad. But it's not, and this is weird. I did not hate it, despite giving it a 3 out of 10.
Okay.
I didn't hate it. I actually found myself going, yeah, I kind of want to know what happened. And then you kind of like,
is it a good payoff?
Yes and no. let's just say it was an interesting what it turns out to be, what this supernatural thing turns out to be is interesting.
Yeah.
But then you get to the end and just the execution of it was kind of hokey.
Right.
Like
I see.
C-list movie.
What's the chemistry like between the two leads?
None. Nicolas Cage was in his own world.
Yeah.
Sarah Callies was, like I said, doing everything she possibly could. You poor actor. Like, no offense to Nick Cage. Nick Cage is being Nick Cage. You understand? Like, I don't even think he thinks his acting is bad.
Oh
but
God.
like, it's just the tonal difference between the two is just hilarious. Just, you can tell one of them is really trying.
Yeah. Yeah, because she'd have been. What year did she start on Walking
2010.
Dead?
So she's I would assume this is filmed in 2014 for a 2015
So
release.
she's really kind of neck deep.
4 years in.
Dead, yeah. And she was in it for at least 4 seasons, so
I don't know if she died yet. Sorry, guys, for spoilers, but she's dead.
Well, when a show's on 11 seasons or whatever it is,
Dude, most of the characters are dead, so there you go.
Yeah. Oh my God, yeah.
But seriously, guys, like, I think you should watch it. Just this, it's a Nicolas Cage movie, guys. You guys have to watch it. It's ridiculous. It's not as ridiculous as some other Nicolas Cage movies.
Yeah.
But it's Nicolas Cagey enough. Like I said, I did kind of want to see what happened to his son. I really did. I really was interested. There's some interesting history. I guess it's like a horror national treasure.
Was that now you've said that to me? Now you said that to me, Mike. I really want to see it.
Yeah,
I really dig. It's cheesy. It's so cheesy. National Treasure 1 and 2. Book of Secrets being the sequel.
but I love National Treasure.
I love it.
That's what I'm just saying. I'm saying, like, I mean, don't expect that level of good
cheese, decent cheese, a brie.
I'm just saying, go watch Pay the Ghost. I do actually recommend it.
Okay.
For a 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10 movie, I do recommend it. Just for the Nicolas. Hey, if you're guys, audience, if you guys are not in the mood for something bad but good, don't watch it.
Because he plays Professor, right? So, with what he kind of teaches or what his background is, does it tie into the story at all?
In a way.
Okay. I kind of want to. I'm definitely gonna watch.
All this is in a way.
Freevee in the UK. So, for UK fans, if you want to check it out, it's on Freevee.
Just watch it. You guys will see what I mean.
Oh my God.
But yes, that is what I subjected my wife to. Thank God she didn't hate it.
What did she think?
I'm just saying, thank God she didn't hate it, but I think I enjoyed it more than her.
Yeah.
Just because of the way I am. I like terrible movies.
Well, does it instantly get 1 star because it has Nicolas Cage in?
Well, yes, exactly. And then 2 stars for everything else. Okay, well, 1 star for Sarah Callies trying her darndest.
Yeah.
And then 1 star for the rest of the movie. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Also, prepare for a child actor who just basically wasn't even trying.
Oh God! Normally, they kind of they do very, very well because they're cast well. But
I don't know what was wrong with this kid, but I think they told him to be mesmerized, so he spent the entire movie just his acting was like one line, and it's just no energy. I don't know.
God.
I told you, everyone's tones. It's just like wee. It's all over the place.
I'm gonna check that out now
Like
because I've
you
got
go
a
from
service,
Oscar level acting, Sarah Callies, to Nicolas Cage, to a kid who's not trying. To there's another professor. Anyways, just watch it.
Well, that sounds very good. Well, very good for the reasons I want to watch it. But the Metascore is 23. I guess that's out of 100.
Yeah, yeah. No, everywhere you go, it's gonna be bad.
Oh my god. Oh my god, yeah. On it's got 5.1 IMDb.
Okay,
18,000 reviews.
okay. So some people like it better.
Yeah.
Uh, and then before you talk about whatever
Yeah,
film or
absolutely.
show, I do, guys. I started watching The Midnight Club, which is Mike
Oh yeah.
Flanagan's new show on Netflix. I'm
But
not finished.
that's a bit different for him, isn't it?
It is. It's about a girl who has a bright future ahead of her, but then finds out she has thyroid cancer and it's terminal. And so she's like, since I am terminal, she wants to beat it still in a way, and
Yeah.
finds like this hospice where someone has survived their cancer
Yeah.
in the past. So she ends up moving there, and there's like a bunch of other people with different diseases and whatnot,
Okay.
and then there's something supernatural going on. That's as far as I want to take this. I don't want to say much more, but it is a very good show. Also, Mike Flanagan doesn't really do jump scares, but holy crap, this one has jump scares. I think he's probably doing it on purpose,
Yeah.
since everyone's like, this guy doesn't do jump scares. So now it's like jump scares a lot.
That's based on, is it young adult novels or something? Is it
Oh,
based on
right, by
original
Christopher
material?
Pike. Yes, yes.
Yeah. So I'm quite intrigued by that because I do really like what he's done on Netflix has been, I think, fantastic, really.
Yeah, just think if you've watched Are You Afraid of the Dark from YTV, and all you Canadians out there, because I used to,
Yeah.
with the Midnight Society, has that kind of vibe where the
Oh,
people
cool.
in the hospice go and meet up at midnight to tell ghost stories, and they actually do have then reenactments of those
Oh,
stories
wow.
with the
Okay.
actors who are in the hospice. So it's really good. So there is a story going on in the hospice, while also you get like a new story each episode from one of the characters.
Is okay. Yeah, I'll probably want to talk about that more in another episode
But
because
yeah, I'm just
I really
saying,
want to see
guys,
that. Yeah.
I haven't finished it. I don't know how this ends, but so far I am hooked.
Yeah.
I am hooked. I want to binge it, but as a parent of two and having my acting career doing very well right now, I don't have the time to binge. But guys, like, I am so in love with this show right now. So
Oh,
I'll
that's
talk
great.
more about it once my wife and I finish.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to say I'm watching that right now, and as we approach Halloween, I think this is a good one so far.
Yeah. I think getting hooked by something like that, it's really nice to kind of dip in and out. And I kind of don't mind it now. I've had my time of binging, I think, because the importance, I won't go into too much detail, but the importance of kind of spending time with family and outside of watching TV is really important. So when you do find a show that you connect with, and on a personal level or just purely an entertainment level, it's really nice to kind of go back to that every so often, and
Yeah.
not just kind of have a glut. Wife and I are kind of going through a few movies and stuff like that. We're watching Millennium again. With Lance Henriksen, and it's really nice to go into the third season together for the first time. It's a 90s show, but I think it's a late 90s show. It's the first time we've both seen the third season, so it's kind of nice to do that together when we have the time. But like you say, Michael, it's just binging's impossible when you don't have any time
Yeah.
whatsoever. It's the last thing on your mind. But yeah, I'd
So
like
what
to
do you
talk
want to talk
about
about?
I'd like to talk about David Bruckner's Hellraiser.
The brand new one.
The brand new one that's not viewable everywhere.
No, no.
So
I mean, I don't
yeah,
have Hulu, so
no, I'll be honest, and I had to find it, and I know I shouldn't be saying that publicly, but I don't care because if this is getting marketed online and everywhere, and it's very difficult to accept it's not going to be viewable in your own country. So what are you supposed to do about that? And there is a service that should have had this, but Disney decided not to put it on Star, which is outside the UK. I'm
oh
not sure if it's
geez.
it. So it's like it might be on there now, but definitely wasn't the first few days. And that's when I wanted to watch this. If this had been in the cinema, I'd have gone to see it. And this is another frustration with it's not a jealousy thing, but with Prey, the Predator movie,
Right
and with
on Disney
this,
Plus.
if those films are being previewed in cinemas by critics and private audiences, it kind of puts me out a little bit because I want to see those in the cinema, and there's no chance of seeing it. So anyway, I finally got to see it, and yeah, I don't want to say too much about it because I know one of our submitters, Ian Rayburn, wants to kind of wax lyrical about it and talk about it because he got a shout out by the original actress from the first Hellraiser about his post
Woo!
Hellraiser on this. So we'll let him talk about it in depth when he's on. But yeah, it's Jamie Clayton being the lead Cenobite in this, or the Pinhead, was absolutely superb, and it was just so enjoyable to finally find a it's not a sequel like a straight sequel or anything like that. It's
Is
its
it a
own
reboot?
it's its own thing, yeah. It's clearly
Okay.
its own thing. It's no like pardon the pun connective tissue, but it's I think it's superb in terms of the leads and the direction, the writing, and I can't pronounce the actor's name, but I'll try and butcher it now. He's the I think he plays Krychek, the Croatian actor from ER. He's
Mm-hmm.
in it. He's playing like one of the evil kind of character in it. The human guy. Oh, what's his name? I have to find it some other time. But
What's
yeah,
the
he.
character's name?
What's his character's name? I need to find it. I will find it. I'll cut this down. Um, where is it?
Well, I mean, if you want to talk about names that I'm
But
looking
he's
online,
superb in it anyway.
is it
Voight. He
Goran
plays Voight. Yeah, Goran Visnich.
Visnjic?
Yeah, he's superb. Great, even in the trailer, he's great. And yeah, the reasoning behind the Cenobites and just the structure of the whole thing. I think this would have made excellent money in the cinema, and I think that I think Hulu or Disney or whoever owns it, I think it's Searchlight or one of those. It's the production company that has the Spyglass Entertainment. Spyglass Entertainment own the film. But yeah, it would have done really well because it's excellent. The standard production design's excellent. And yeah, really, really enjoyed this and recommend anyone that enjoys Hellraiser. Don't go in expecting, Clive Barker's original, but this takes things from the original Hellbound Heart content in a new direction. And yeah, uh,
So
Jamie,
I've heard
yeah, superb.
I've heard a lot of there's been a lot of fighting online. I'm just gonna address it really
Okay.
quick, guys. Jamie Clayton, as you may know, is trans.
Hmm.
Um, guys, if you have a problem with that, then the problem is not the film. The problem is you.
Yeah,
That's all I'm
absolutely.
gonna say. Because holy moly, so many people giving it a bad review. Some not clearly not having watched it,
Yeah.
and others who just go in wanting to hate and targeting her as their point of attack of the movie.
Uh,
That's not cool, guys. We as a society need to be better. A, she is a woman. Get over it. And B, if we really want to go there, if you know anything about the books that Hellraiser is based on, in a way, having her play Pinhead, a Cenobite, is actually way more accurate.
Yeah.
So, yeah, haven't watched the film. I will, and I'll give my honest opinion of the film. But I'm going to say it again. If your problem is her, then the problem is you.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to put this out there because I'm tired of reading those types of comments and reviews.
Yeah. You couldn't have said it better. I couldn't have said it better myself. The casting is perfect. Absolutely perfect.
So, and those of you who are looking at the scores online, ignore them. They're being influenced by certain types of reviews.
Yeah. Yeah,
So, yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I would highly recommend it. I would give it a out of 5. I'd say a 4. Just a 4. I'll be watching out of 5.
Okay.
I'd definitely watch it again. I think David Bruckner's, it just makes it look like the budget is just obviously it's a low budget for this. But
I haven't even watched the trailer. I am
go in fresh. Go in fresh.
Yeah, I want to go in fresh.
Yeah.
I saw pictures and I'm in love with the pictures I saw.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like the lead Cenobite, Pinhead, amazing. Looks amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Superb. I think we'll leave it there, Michael. We'll leave it there, my friend. It's very good to see you, and
good to be back. And I am so excited, guys. Thank you so much for being with us for 50 episodes. It's been an incredible journey so far, and we are not stopping. We are not stopping at 50. So yeah, but we would love your support. So we are on social media, on Instagram at the Hellbound Podcast. That is our social media, our Instagram handle. So find us on there, give us a follow. A lot of fun stuff on there. And hey, if you have any, I don't know, cosplays or music or makeup stuff or anything you want to have featured on our social media, give us a shout, give us a DM. We're probably going to also renew the cosplay stuff for Hellbound, the festival, I hope. So, yeah. Hey, maybe even get featured on our festival. So, that's the Hellbound Podcast on Instagram. And hey, if you love our podcast and haven't done so already, please subscribe or follow us on your preferred podcast app. And also, if you can, give us a nice little 5-star, 10 out of 10 rating, and maybe even a positive review that helps us get featured on the front page, gets us more listeners, and helps us grow. So thank you again for being with us for 50 episodes. Harness the darkness.
Harness darkness.